national coordinator of the Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, on Monday revealed some of the leading personalities in the alleged plot to undermine the cash withdrawal policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria through the arrest and removal of Governor Godwin Emefiele. Mr. Tochukwu Ohazurike, who led a coalition of civil society organizations, CSOs, to a press conference where the plot to allegedly frame Emefiele with terrorism charges and arrest him was revealed, disclosed that some of the nation's leading personalities were involved. The specific individual mentioned was the Director General of the DSS, Yusuf Magaji Bichi. Bichi is yet to respond to the allegation. According to Owazurike, the plot had political undertone, as he mentioned that a presidential candidate who could lose out through the cash withdrawal policy of CBN during the elections was also part of the plot. Owazurike said the entire purpose of this dastardly plot is for political and financial benefit. The people in the plot are mighty. They are very, very strong people, and they are indeed high and mighty in our governments and in our country. Apart from the already mentioned Director General of the State Security Service, her intelligence alleges that the head of one of the chamber of the National Assembly is also part of the plot. A presidential candidate of a major political party is on the plot as well. Also, some ministers in the cabinet, a top shot of the Financing Reporting Council, a member of the leadership of one of the anti-corruption agencies, some serving and former members of parliament, including the one that is currently banding figures that he doesn't know against the bank. One top official in the villa, some few desperate officials in the CBN who have been promised they will be made heads of departments, including one of the two newly renominated deputy governors who has been promised the top job as the new CBN governor. We shall call for investigations to know how far these officials are determined to go in their plots, Owazurike said in his revelation of those behind the plot to arrest Emefiele. Of course, we know that with all this is because of those who are really and badly affected, and some political parties as well. But my own worries, or what is baffling me in all of this, is that the president is aware of this. I think irrespective of the fact that CBN is supposed to be an independent entity, he still has some affiliation with the executive or the presidency, and the president has come out to say he's part of this OT, that anybody that wants to do anything that is going to crush them. So if the president is aware, really, if himself is not playing to the gallery, if he's aware, I think these people will not have that audacity to say they want to frame him up or not. But you know, the kind of person we have as a president is just unfortunate. At times I look, it's painful, but people just look at it maybe just a normal, just look at it in a normal way. We cannot have somebody, if you have a president who is up and doing, who knows what is happening, who is intact, with where that everything, you know, you understand what I'm trying to say. I might not want to say it the way it ought to be said, but you understand. If you have somebody who is up and doing, who is very correct, knows what he's doing, I don't think all these people will be coming out and be saying all manner of rubbish, because we say, from what we have heard, that the issue of redesigning this policy and whatever, it is constitutional. It's not as if the man is just coming out to bring things out of his own, to make it up. And the president has come out to say, yes, he's part of it, that is backing him to any level. So why should these people be doing this? But unfortunately, you will see that the president will just be looking. He will say one thing, he will do another thing. For the fact that people still don't even like Emefiele. And don't forget that all the things that Emefiele has been doing, that people think that he doesn't know his work, it is still part of the government, the presidency, that there was nothing he has done, or there's nothing he's doing that they are not aware of it. All these economic woes, all these bad policies, there's nothing that the government or the president himself and the presidency, as they like to call them, that they are not aware. They are part of the people who have spoiled this thing. Because if the man really wants to do the right thing, I don't think he will be able to do it freely. All the bad things that has happened is part of it, because the government itself is not, they are not seeing it from that angle that this man is not doing the right thing, and they are keeping quiet. So this country, the more you look, the less you see. So it is very difficult to vouch for anybody. What kind of country is Nigeria, where corruption is a boastful industry? The political echelon is made up of mainly crooks who least tolerate good governance. Emefiele has already damaged the country's economy. He didn't damage it by himself. He didn't damage it. Buhari is part of people who damage it, and Cabals, they are part of the people who damage it. Because I believe if this guy want to really bring some new ideas, he can't do it. For the fact that you think that they are supposed to be independent, he's not independent. Not true that he has destroyed the countries. If you don't know what to say, keep quiet. The forces affecting Nigeria is not a CBN factor. It is from the executives and legislators. God bless you. God bless you. That's my point. You think all this rubbish that is happening freely is independent and he's taking all these decisions? They would have thrown him away. They would have complained about him. But they're not complaining about him because he's doing their bidding. Do you know what this man is facing there? He's doing their bidding. Yes. Wait till you know, no be follow you be. Okay. Okay, do we now have parallel APC government while the president have given his full support and approval to CBN governor policies? Who are these gangs of another APC government as the president lost his control as C&C of Federal Republic of Nigeria? Now, wow, only in Nigeria. That is the point. Who is at the helm of affairs of this country has been my problem, because if it is determined, we wouldn't even have been into all these economic and security catastrophes. If this plot is true, it is bad for our democracy. To be candid, APC evil party, Nigeria will never forgive you. Which of Buhari's words or promises is worth believing? He says one thing, but in practical terms means another thing altogether, as promises designed to distract. This is what I've said. Even though CBN has failed woefully before, but these two last minute policies has cleared off the previous best. Those wicked politicians should rest and allow Nigeria to work for once. Enough of their wickedness. The economic woes or the inadequacies of the Emefiele, he's not alone in it. If you don't know, you should know. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.